The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. Here we go. 180.
58, the mic.
Not here. 8.
Shift. Get a roll. West.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. To throw is Newton. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Clay Matthews brings the heat and gets the sack.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
That's it. 58, boys. 58. 58, Mike.
Come on, D.
From the gun, here's Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Boy, not what you want to see in Q1 of the new year. We'll be back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Squeeze, double.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Hey, 50. 50
on 1st and 10, Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
Yeah, Greg Olsen's back for his 13th NFL season. The last 9 have been in a Panthers uniform. Only 9 games for him a year ago, 7 the season before due to injuries. But when healthy, a 1,000-yard receiver in 2014, 15, and 16.
Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50.
On first down, it's Newton. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be intercepted. Taken by the Pro Bowler, Eric Weddle. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Goff will lead the Rams up here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here I come again.
Now the 3rd leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. These two teams squaring off here in Week 1. You might remember they used to be in that old NFC West division together from 1995 to 2001. The Falcons, Saints, and 49ers were also in there with the Rams and Panthers. And the Panthers recently, they dominated this series. They've won 6 of the last 7 against the Rams.
Check three. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Greystone, travel.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. 6 guys. Check.
2 for 1. 2 for 1. Super 66.
From the gun, here's gone. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Oh, here we go. Oh.
A shotgun snap for Goff. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Value 1.
Check 37.
Here's Goff. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
Here we go.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Watch the safety creep.
On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Mike 20.
Mike 59. In the face. Check 59, Mike. Mike 59.
Throwing on 3rd. Gone. And got a man. It's Woods. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Value 3. Value 3.
Mike by 4, Mike by 4. Mike by 4.
Smoke.
Switch up.
Out of the gun.
Check.
Goff. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ja'Kai Polite brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Hey, 1 second.
go. 76. 76.
Back to throw. Goff. That's taken in. Complete to Reynolds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Reynolds really saw an increased role last year after Cooper Kupp went down with that ACL injury. 29 catches last year for Reynolds, but 22 of those coming after November 11th when Kupp left the lineup. Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Watch tight end. Everyone, you got 4 down.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter. They're on the march, but facing a third down here.
Tonight, 180.
Watch the run. Watch the run. We got it. We got it. We got it. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat. I got it. Mike 55. Check. 55.
Now it's gone.
I'm going to run you over.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Now Greg Zuerlein. We all remember the 57-yarder that sent the Rams to the Super Bowl. This will be from 56 yards out.
Oh, ball. That's our ball. That's our ball.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
How about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 33-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Pick it up, D. Check
8.
Check 3.
8. 8. 8. 7.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Clay Matthews picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
But this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over. Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Mike spot 9.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Gerald McCoy is so slippery and elusive in the interior of the defense. I don't care who has the assignment to block him. It usually ends up having to take at least 2, and most of the time, that's not enough either. Witness that tackle for a loss.
Cut. 120.
59. All day. All day.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. He gets it to Cooks. And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. Just a 5-yard pickup, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. A shotgun snap for Newton. Steps away to his left. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the 1st.
Even at the age of 30, Cam says it's just a number. Still a real threat running the football. We all know about the touchdowns, but ran for 488 yards last season. That was 4th among all NFL quarterbacks. He can still tote the mail.
2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless 1st half. And from down in Miami, an update. The Dolphins have jumped out to an early lead in their ball game. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Mike 50. Mike 50.
20. 8. 8.
Echo.
Gun.
Now Newton on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Gun.
50's the mark. 50's the mark.
To throw again. Newton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. If you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Stop your watch. Hey, Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Okay, double.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Here's Gone. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Panthers 10, Rams nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run.
He's brought down by Shaq Thompson. A gain of 8 yards.
So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Again, they run with Gurley. And Gurley here fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20.
Entering. Super Sim. Exit game. Super Sim. Call timeout. Super Sim. Exit. Depth chart. Entering. Cancel. Clock of waiting for your pair to resume online game. Cancel.
If that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And taken right at the 35. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Let's get it.
Here we go. Here we go.
388. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Greg, Greg.
Check. Check.
3rd down. Here's McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 18. It's a Carolina 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Sit. 180.
Here we go. Here we go. Check 3. Check 3.
8. Greg, Greg.
Go.
On 1st down, Newton. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possible. Let's try and think.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
3 down, 3 down. Check. Fresno.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Now a play fake, and it's Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
We better not.
What's that? 180?
58, Mike. You don't want this. 58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. He can't hang it.
Operating from the gun, Newton. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They run. It's Gurley. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better. And Gurley fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around. And we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Ready? 180. 20.
Hey, Mike's 50. Here we go. Mike's 50. Man, that's trash.
From the gun, Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. The Defensive Player of the Year, Aaron Donald. And that's going to make it 4th down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
On now, Graham Gano. He's hit from 63 as recently as last year. 64 was Matt Prater's record. This would top that by a yard. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and the lead will hold at 13. Well, this is a guy who is already among an elite group of kickers that have hit from 60-plus in an NFL game, but that's a tough ask to try and get him to produce another one here.
You're exactly right. It's elite group for a reason, isn't it? No small feat for him to hit it from that distance. This one doesn't go through, but I always marvel at those guys because it's the same approach every time, the same smoothness when they swing their leg. Doesn't look like they're putting anything extra even when they're kicking it for 60-plus.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Big stuff, D. Big stuff. Let's go.
To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Trey Boston. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking...
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Gun.
Here's Newton. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Now Newton on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
A 23-yard attempt.
And Gano's kick is right through. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Keep playing. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
55 for Mike.
Hey, kill.
Watch the run.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
3rd down.
Like 20.
Check, 59. It's coming this way. Here we go.
Set.
Now Goff. And that will be incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. The Rams going for it on 4th. Goff. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Goff. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Goff now looks to throw. Being chased, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Okay, this isn't one where you want to take the game tape and hold it up as an example, do you? I mean, you talk about frustrating all the way through, and that last error, I think that crystallizes it, doesn't it?
Absolutely. That's been representative of their entire game still being shut out. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
At the 20-yard line.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And the Rams defense gets to him again behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Panthers on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, here's Newton. Forced out to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a 1st down, it hurts you psychologically. But it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys are nails out there.
So for Carolina, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they'll get to stay home again
Post-game report
next
players
week.
stats.
Meanwhile, for Los
Entering
Angeles,
statistics
they
screenplay.
obviously fall to
Finish game.
0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a
Entering XP feedback screen, you have 26 options. Game day goals is selected. Entering player upgrades screen, you have 5 options. Yes. Entering attention pop-up, 5 players were upgraded. Okay. Entering franchise hub screen, things to do. Entering franchise hub screen, things to do. Entering franchise hub screen, things to do. 1 new injury. Entering injury report screen, 1 road and columns left, filter Rams. Entering franchise hub screen. Trade pending. Trade proposed, you have 3 options. Accept offer is selected. Trade declined. Trade proposed, acknowledge is selected. Improved team. Advance week. View box score is select. Team adjust line. Members view. League. Team adjust. Things to do. View. Trade pending. Trade proposed. Decline. Accept offer. Team adjust line. Things to do. You have 5 options. Training complete is selected. Team adjust lineup. Members you have 20. League. Transactions. Member. Team adjust lineup.